Hello, my friends. Welcome to a very special event. We have the FR500S for the Nords Ringmeister this week, and we've packed the grid. We got a bunch of people from AMS in here. We got a bunch of people from the server. We're about to have a blast race. We're starting P4, and we'll come back when it's time for the green flag. All right, well, we're about to get the green flag here. Don't be scared to go down and hit that like button. I know you're probably sitting on the couch enjoying yourself. Just go ahead, grab the remote, go down, hit that like button,
time to do your job.
and enjoy the race. Ooh, back end's a little slidey. All right, we're off to the races now. Jose's already got a little gap out there. Already got a nice safety bubble behind us, though. Come on, Vincent. You gotta catch up to Jose there, buddy.
Go on your left. Clear.
I gotta decrease the margins on the spotter. We weren't even close to being beside that car right there. Travis is in trouble. Wow, I almost died. All right, settle down, or we're not going to finish this race. was thinking about making a move there, but if we do that, we're kissing Jose goodbye because we're going to lose so much time. Oof, Travis is running it on the limit here. Ribbit, ribbit.
Right side. Keep to the left. Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Vincent chased down Jose now. Hopefully they start to battle a little bit.
The next car's the leader. Two more. Let's go. You're now in third.
Jose flies through that first section. Yeah, he was struggling a little bit there. He's pushing a little too hard through the flowy sections. But hey, you got a faster qualifying time than me. We're in the draft to P2 now, though. He's out of the draft of Jose in P1, so. cut that inside curb. That wasn't that clean, but we're doing all right. Eastern exit there. A little loose on exit there.
Side. Stay on the right, clear on the left. Car on your left.
Let it go, dude.
Right. Clear.
Good job. Dang it. Jose's 4 seconds off the road now. If he tried for the pass, I'm going to let him go.
Right side.
He gave the push and then went for it? That's silly.
Still there. Clear. White flag. One more lap to go. You're in second position right now.
I know, Jim. It's pretty sweet. Second position. But the leader's way up there.
Yeah, I'm in the pit. Well, I'll be back around. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Lifted too much there. Man, Jose's flying. Still plenty of places to make a mistake, though. All right, we gotta have the cleanest section of our lives right here. That's not it. Yellow flag.
Slow car ahead. Slow car ahead.
Stay there, buddy. Good job. He's only a half second back. That was fairly clean other than the off track there.
Look at the hole, man.
Come on, break that draft right now. Nope, not gonna do it. Come on, Mustang. Fight for your life.
All right. Still there. Still there.
We're going to lose both positions. Of course we did.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Good strategy,
Nice
fellas.
run. Solid work.
That was fun.
All right, back to the start of this one. We went off single file at the line, and I fell quickly into the position I was supposed to be in, 4th place. Seemed like I had some pace on Travis here early, and I might have pushed too hard in that it's so easy to like grain the tires up on this car, heat them up too much, and then they don't have grip later in the race. I think that might have been my problem. At least that's what I'm going to blame it on. Also, that draft down the Dottinger in these cars is deadly. But we watched Pedro already start to sail away here in this first section. You can really see as he starts to move off. That's kind of what we end up with. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I say somebody else? Yeah, Jose. Did I say somebody else? Anyway, he already has a pretty good gap on us right here. And then it ends up growing throughout the race. But pretty decent race overall. At one point, Vincent here in oh, that's really loud, sorry. And now my controls aren't working. iRacing, you are so buggy, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, the Jose ends up pulling away a little bit here, but at one point Vincent catches up to him. So let's scan ahead a little bit here as Vincent goes, kind of pulls away from me and Travis here for a second in the middle of the lap. Really pushing Travis up the hill. I was pretty much content to sit behind him at this point, but he started making a few mistakes, and I felt like, man, we're losing too much time here. And that's when I did finally go out for the pass, he made the wise choice, which was to let me pass rather than fight it. But here I wasn't going to try a pass. See, he hit that curb right there. And that, like, I easily could have gotten alongside of him right there, but I knew if I did, we were going to be kissing the top two goodbye. So stayed behind, and then I think out of the carousel, I ended up taking him. At this point, the rest of the pack is starting to catch up too. So I started to get a little bit panicked, thinking, man, we got a whole gaggle of cars fighting for the top spots now. Oh wow, that camera view sucks for the carousel, doesn't it? But yeah, I think right here. What? Pit lane? No. No, we want to look at the pit lane. Oh no, it was down the Dottinger that we ended up getting around Travis. So this first lap, we pretty much watched Jose disappear, and then by the end of the lap, though, Vincent actually caught up to him. Yeah, Vincent's pretty close to the back of Pedro. Or sorry, Pedro. I keep saying Pedro. The back of Jose by the end of this lap. Yeah, so right here, I mean, he's closed in quite a bit. And we actually close in quite a bit here as well. And I thought, okay, game on. Let's go racing. Unfortunately, either I pushed too hard on this lap or something. I think Vincent started to make some mistakes middle of this lap as well, and that really kind of cost us. So that overtake did happen mid-lap. Let's scan forward again here. Yeah, so through that section, Jose is already starting to pull the gap out again, as we can see. Jose heads up the track. Vincent starts to fall back to me. At this point, I'm thinking I'm leaving Travis behind. I've got Vincent's draft. Things are going well, but it didn't work out that way. These guys had more grip on the last lap than I did, and it really made a big difference for them. Because at this point, Vincent in front of me has definitely fallen out of Pedro's draft. Or I keep saying Pedro, Jose's draft, and I'm so used to racing against you, Pedro. Sorry. And I'm in his draft, so I was like, well, this is gonna be slam dunk as soon as we get to a high speed section. And even against the other, even in these little parts, it's amazing how much the Mustang gets out of a corner so much better when you're following somebody. Just that little bit of, well, I don't have to push it as deep into the corner to have as high of an entry speed because I've got the draft from the guy, so I can get off early, I can get on the throttle earlier, and then that little bit of draft even right there really just causes this car to go so much faster when you're close behind somebody like this. At this point, Jose's checked out. Vincent's starting to struggle. I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty much a done deal. I'm going to get this pass done at some point. And we end up working together a little bit up the hill. I did not get as good of an exit out of these corners as I wanted. So I could have been pushing him a little bit better up this hill to try to make up some more time, but we definitely didn't lose time right there. And then he makes a mistake right here. He hits that curb, bounces, gets out wide. Yeah. And at first I thought about Ravine 3. I thought you followed just a little bit ago, but hey, welcome anyway. Maybe you unfollowed and followed again. And then he makes a mistake coming out of the carousel as well. And I was finally just like, all right, dude, time to cough it up. And he, again, made the wise choice here and didn't fight this. He let it happen and I was hoping at this point, I'm like, good, hopefully I've got enough pace to maybe make a dent in Jose's lead. But no such luck. And we basically drove around a whole nother lap like this with Jose quite far ahead. And then let's just fast forward to the end of this one and get the last part of the race. So we get around to the back end of the lap, and Travis has got the double draft. Vincent's directly behind me. Vincent's about a half second back at this point. Where did Travis just go? Okay, he disconnected for a split second. I am weaving about as much. This is borderline breaking the rules for me. I wouldn't normally weave this much, but I knew I had no prayer if I didn't do something. So trying to break the draft, trying to dodge back and forth, see if I can shake them off a little bit. But sure enough, they definitely have a huge amount of overspeed once we're going up the hill here. Catching like crazy. Travis sniffing for a move as well. Travis wasn't even actually pushing, which I'm surprised at. If he had been pushing, these guys really would have flown by me. But at this point, they're absolutely nose to tail. I know if I try to actually really fight it through these two corners, we're all just going to die. Cough up the position, come home P4. Great race and not a bad result. Let's go look at those results. All right, here's our results for the Mustang at the Nords Ringmeister Series this week. We gained both I rating and safety rating, only had 2 incidents during that race, but ultimately we're outdone by the strategy there. I should have just hung out in 4th place. I knew that was probably the place to be after Jose checked out at the front. Vincent Paver and Travis Petrie made the correct assumption to stay back, get the draft down the Dottinger on the final lap, and that caused them to come away with the positions ahead of me. Ultimately, though, we had a lot of fun. We stayed nip and tuck through that whole track, and doing that with this car, not the easiest thing in the whole world. A bunch of guys from AMS showed up here. Hope they all had a blast, and hope they're maybe watching this video. If you are, hit the like button. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the subscribe too, and get more content. We'll see you next time.